With me today is Richard Dorment, the editorial director of Men's Health, where he oversees editorial content of the world's largest men's magazine across the web, social, print, and video.
Hey everyone, welcome to Cooking for Wellness. I'm your guest today, Rich Dorment, the editor-in-chief of Men's Health, and today Chef and I will be discussing all things related to men's health, and we're diving into a dish that's as bold as it is balanced. High protein, packed with fiber, and loaded with nutrients. But let's be honest, I'm not the one doing the actual cooking. I'm gonna turn it over to the master of the kitchen to do the honors.
Thank you, sir. Today we're making Shakshuka, a vibrant, spicy North African dish where eggs are poached in a rich tomato sauce. Think of it like the ultimate comfort food.
All right, let's get started. Shakshuka.
Let's go. All right, so we got this beautiful and cute little cast iron enameled pot right here. We're gonna put it to a nice low heat. I got some olive oil, a couple of tablespoons. We're gonna start by sweating spring onions. They're my favorite onions. So you wanna add those to the pot? Please.
Sure.
What are some of the challenges you face talking about men's health? Is there still stigma?
Men are not a monolithic block, right? You and I have different things going on in our everyday lives. We have different goals and ambitions for our bodies and our minds. So you can't really say that like men's health is any one thing. It means different things to different people.
Sure.
So the biggest challenge is trying to find the things that everyone has in common, right? The common denominators that we can focus on. And I think by and large,
unite on, yeah.
Yeah, so I think by and large, people want to eat better food. They want to feel better physically in their bodies.
Yeah.
And they want to, be strong physically and mentally.
Yes, sir. So this pot, anytime you're using cast iron, it gets very, very hot and it conducts heat very well.
Oh.
Yeah, remember, no color. So we're staying low, we're being patient. We just need these guys to soften up just a little bit. Nice. We got a couple cloves of sliced garlic. We're gonna go ahead and add
Sliced
that.
garlic, not diced.
Oh, smell that?
Mm-hmm.
You know when the same thing with garlic. We're sweating nice and low, but you know when you're good.
There's no brown in here. It's kind of amazing.
You can smell it.
Yeah.
While we're continuing to sweat, we're gonna add a little bit of smoked paprika and coriander seed. We're gonna actually toast that with the vegetables.
Okay.
So keep it going, keep moving just a little bit. Don't have to be too aggressive. I always just put a little bit of salt while we sweat or saute because that helps the vegetables shed their moisture.
Right. And it also sort of infuses into the vegetables,
Sure.
right? So that you have that depth of flavor.
Yeah. Those spices like
It's the smoky, you can really smell
smoked paprika. Like if we added that at the end and we just stirred it in, that's one thing. If you toast it like this, magnifies the intensity 5-10-fold. We're using roasted red peppers. I did this ahead of time already. We got 2 whole peppers already diced. We're gonna add those right in. And I also toasted some skinless almonds, about 325 degrees for about 5-6 minutes in the oven. I'm gonna add those right in, keep that going.
And one of the great things about this dish is that it is primarily an egg dish, right? You're getting a ton of your daily protein intake from this.
And just piles of vegetables with eggs. I mean, it's a great way to eat. I got some sun-dried tomatoes too. I'm gonna add those in. All right, and we have some canned tomatoes that we just pureed with an immersion blender. I'm gonna add that. That's the base of the broth. Now we're gonna let this come up to a nice simmer. I'm actually gonna go ahead and cover that.
I'm excited to dig into this. I mean, this is for us. How many people would you say you're feeding on any given day here at NYU Langone?
We serve a lot of food. 2024, we served over 2 million meals.
2 million
at this
meals?
Hospital alone. So, I mean, there's incredible scale to what we're doing.
So I think what's interesting about the work that I do at Men's Health and the work that you do at NYU Langone is that we have these really big audiences, all of whom want something different from their diets and from their food. And you have to adapt your recipes in so many different ways, whether it's low sodium, whether it's gluten-free, whether it's meeting any different kinds of dietary restrictions. What we try to do at Men's Health is try to figure out people's goals and give them the recipes and the shopping advice they need for the food that's gonna get them there. in a way, it's all about service and all about meeting people where they are.
Our goal is to give them what they need, you know, nutritionally for their lifestyle.
Right.
Really. And to take home with them and continue. We're gonna add got some tahini paste. I'm gonna stir that in.
That almost gives it like a creamy
Yep.
dimension without adding any dairy.
We gotta get this controlled and hot, not too crazy, not bubbling over, just nice and, you know, a nice simmer. We're literally gonna just make indentations with a ladle for our egg. We're gonna crack the eggs right into the pot, cover it up, let it cook.
Now, how do you know when to add a little bit of water? If it's like separate, if it's pulling from the sides, if it's separating?
We're at a nice low simmer, but it is getting a little bit on the thick side. Sometimes that tahini paste will thicken it up just a little bit too much. I added just a little bit of water because I want it just loose enough so that it kind of will move around a little bit. I don't want to make a paste here.
Right, because this is actually going in the oven too, right?
Great question. Typically, we would go into the oven. One of the benefits of going into the oven is that even heat distribution, especially in this pot. Today, we're just gonna we're gonna do the entire thing right on the stove top.
Ah, good.
What do you say to a guy, like, what's your top tip for, you know, guy decides he wants to start over and start living a healthier lifestyle? What's your best tip?
My best tip to a guy like that is you gotta eat food that you love. I think there are lots of different resources. You can come to Men's Health. You can go to lots of different resources online to find recipes and options that are helpful, that are high in protein, high in fiber, high in nutrients.
You guys post recipes in the magazine?
All the time, yeah,
Nice.
all the time. And we cook them ourselves, and we test them, and we, you know, work with a registered dietitian to make sure that they're delivering what they actually say they're going to deliver. But at the end of the day, you really have to love the food that you eat, because it's not just fuel. It's flavor, it's fun, it's family. It's a really important part of your life. This dish that we're making now couldn't have more flavor and more depth and be more delicious. And it is so good for you.
All right, ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
All right, this is where it gets, we have to step up our game.
So should we smooth it out, right?
Smooth it out.
Smooth-ish.
Have a little bit of
Smooth-like.
sherry vinegar, just to give it a little bit of acid.
Okay.
I'm just doing that right at the end. Now, we basically just make divots.
Okay.
Make sure just kind of make a hole for the egg.
You're literally just making a hole in the sauce.
Literally.
Like a dent.
Just so it doesn't just run everywhere all
right.
over. And then we're gonna crack right in. Ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Like, just crack right into your divot, just like that.
Divot. Oh,
Beautiful.
look at that.
Perfect.
Let me see, next one, let me see your best one-hander.
Let's go.
I can't do it, you do it.
We don't play like that.
There we go,
Come on.
there we go. There's the one-hander. Man's a professional.
I'm just gonna hit those eggs with just a little sprinkle of salt. I'm gonna cover it up. 5-6 minutes, we go directly into the oven. It's gonna take a little bit longer on the stove top because the heat's only coming from the bottom.
Oh, look at that.
You know what I'm gonna do? I like to give just a little bit of olive oil right over the top.
What's that gonna do?
Just a little bit of extra flavor.
Uh-huh.
Tiny bit of salt. I got all kinds of, remember I talked about the texture. I got more toasted almonds. I'm gonna add for some crunch. I got Japanese rice seasoning, nori, sesame seed mix. It's just another like little bit of crunch and like that umami flavor. So good.
What's the verdict, chef?
It's coming
It's coming?
along very well. Remember the spring onions that we used in the beginning? The tops, just like a scallion, nice mellow scallion. And some just chopped parsley. Freshness, actually, parsley, scallion, spring onion, the herbs actually have a lot more vitamins and nutrients. So we pile on the pressure anytime we can. I'm gonna cover it. Heat's off though. Just keep it nice and warm. That's another thing. This will stay warm for like an hour. Let's cut up our bread. All right. we are ready to go. Got some warm baguette.
That smells amazing. Are we gonna dig in?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I mean, it's super hot, but let's do it, right?
Let's do it. Don't burn yourself.
Don't burn yourself.
You might.
We're in a hospital, so I think.
You're in the right place.
All right. Cheers, chef.
Cheers.
That's incredible.
It's pretty delicious. I'm trying to be honest.
It's a perfect combination of crispy and saucy, and the egg really comes through.
Nice. That's delicious. Good work. Thank you, Rich, and everyone for joining us. This is Chef Jeffrey Held. Don't forget, you can check out more episodes on our Cooking for Wellness playlist.